Mike Leake takes the mound today for the Giants. Acquired at the trade deadline, the right-hander is slated to become a free agent at the end of the season. But right now, Leake is wearing the orange and black, and it's possible it could stay that way. He's got a handful of starts left to showcase his talents. Leake takes on the D-backs, and it's coming up next. Saturday afternoon baseball here at the corner of 3rd and King as we get ready for Giants baseball. Game 2 of this 3-game series, Giants and D-backs. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, the Giants take it on the chin last night as they get shut out. So scoring some runs would be important. But also, I think Mike Leake would be pleased if he could get another win in the Giants uniform.
Well, indeed. He has a lot of personal things at stake going into this game today. But, of course, the team is taking a greater precedent over the importance of this game, and it is important. Giants haven't been able to do very well against these D-backs. Last 8 games, the D-backs are 7-1 here at AT&T. So today, it means a whole lot more to the Giants than it does the D-backs. They need to win this game. They need to get off to a good start, and I think that'll be the key today for Mike Leake.
Rookie Trevor Brown is going to catch Buster Posey's at first. All right, when we come back, we will have the starting lineups in the very first pitch right after this.
CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, try the new Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack with melted garlic herb butter. And by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to AT&T Park. Giants have taken the field, and we've got baseball. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open right now. 82 degrees here at the yard. Light winds, humidity at 65%, and it's a sunny day. Quick look at the lineup that'll be facing Leake. It'll be Pollock, Inciarte, and then Goldschmidt, followed by Peralta. Saltalamacchia will hit 5th. Goslin in the 6th slot, then Jake Lamb will hit 7th. 8th is Owings, and Patrick Corbin 9th. So here's Leake to Pollock, and the first pitch is a called strike. So we get started right on time as usual. Pollock up the middle, and that'll be a base hit. So Giants have not been able to keep Pollock off the bases.
He is swinging it well. On the hill today for the Giants will be Mike Leake. Take a look at what he has done this year, combining his year in Cincinnati and San Francisco. 10-8 with a 3.72 ERA, 115 strikeouts, 174 innings. He's basically a sinker guy who can strike you out, and he's going to give you a low 90s fastball with sink. He can also cut the fastball, curveball, slider, and a changeup. Lifetime against these Diamondbacks, 4-1 with a 5.36 ERA. Strike thrower.
And Ciarte hitting at .295. And on the first pitch, it's popped out to center field. And it'll be Angel Pagan who puts it away.
Let's take a look at the Giants defense playing behind Mike Leake today, starting in their outfield from left to right. It'll be Perez, Pagan, and Bird. Best arm and left with Perez. Crawford, Duffy on the left side of the infield. Tomlinson, Posey on the right side. Trevor Brown making his debut. He'll be in the squad, putting down the signs. The kid out of UCLA.
It'll be Goldschmidt who steps up. Goldschmidt last night went 2 for 2, walked a couple of times. First pitch fouled out of play. Spanish audio for this game is available through your SAP button, and it's presented by Jack Daniels. Goldschmidt's had little success against Leake, 2 for 18.
This ballpark is playing extremely small today.
Yes, it is.
You get the temperature in the 80s with no wind. This ballpark all of a sudden becomes home run haven. And Candlestick was the same way. Its defense was the wind. And usually when Candlestick would blow out one way and if it blew out the left, right field was sewed up. And this ballpark's kind of the same way. The right field right now, lots of carry.
And a strike.
Those are those numbers. 1-11 with 4 strikeouts and 18 at-bats.
No balls and 2 strikes. And it's rifled into center field, and Pagan's going to back off. So Goldschmidt with a solid single to center, and that'll bring up David Peralta. Behind the dish is Vic Carapazza, then it's Copa Vanover and Knight from first to third.
Carapazza, good strike zone if you're pitching to it. And he loves to ring guys up. But you'll see knee highs, you'll see some high strikes, you'll see a little width on both sides of the plate. If you put it in his mind early, you're a strike thrower, that strike zone is going to get big.
So here's Peralta. And the first pitch is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Peralta went 0 for 1 in the game last night. Swing and a foul held on by Turner. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Seen this with Mike Leake. I mean, he has some vulnerability early in the ballgame until he locates the knee-high part of the strike zone. That's where his sinker is most effective.
Salto Lamacchia is on deck. on the ground and a base hit. So here comes Bird. Pollock is going to score, and to third goes Goldschmidt, and it's 1-0. Peralta with a base hit and an RBI, and here's Saltalamacchia. Well, he's getting ground balls. This one found a hole.
Well, that is the frustrating thing about a sinker baller. Sometimes those ground balls are going to find holes. That ball was up, though. That was up around the belt. And Leake has to get the ball down around the knees. That's his key.
Saltalamacchia hitting at .220. And this is a double play ball. And that'll go 4-6-3. And that'll end the inning. D-backs on the board. Giants are coming up. And this is Bruce Bochy's lineup. It'll be Pagan, Tomlinson, and Duffy. Buster Posey in the cleanup spot. Good numbers against Corbin, followed by Bird, Perez, and Crawford. We'll see Trevor Brown 8th and Leake 9th.
On the hill today for these Diamondbacks will be their left-hander, Patrick Corbin. Corbin, who had come back from Tommy John surgery, kind of a late start this year. In 13 starts, 5-4 with a 3.29 ERA. Almost a strikeout in an inning, 65 Ks against 13 walks. And he is their horse. I mean, he's the guy that really has to get better and be the guy that can go up against any other ace next year. When you take your bats against him, you're going to see a low to mid-90s fastball. He will sink it. He will cut it. Got a good hard slider and a changeup, and has outstanding command with it. And let's take a look at that defense that the Diamondbacks will employ today. Starting in their outfield from left to right, it'll be Peralta, Pollock, and Inciarte. And the best arm is in right field in Inciarte. It's a really good one. Owings, Lamb on the left side, Goslin and Goldschmidt on the right side. Jared Saltalamacchia, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs for Patrick Corbin.
Facing Angel Pagan. Pagan took an 0 for 2 last night. Giants had only 2 hits last night. There's a strike to Pagan. Duffy had a hit, and Posey had a hit. That's it. The 0-1 pitch to Angel Pagan. A fly ball down the right field line. That's going to sail into the seats.
Diamondbacks this year 7-1 against the Giants at AT&T. Take a look at Corbin. You're going to see a fastball about 67% of the time, and it'll go in and out with 2 different types of movement, a hard slider and the changeup. Corbin, 6'3", 210-pounder. He's 26 years old, and he's in his 4th year at the big league level.
Low, 2-2. Pagan's had 8 lifetime hits against Corbin, 8 for 25.
Yeah, 3 doubles.
And a full count.
Don't see many walks with Corbin, and the reason for them, he has the 3 pitches, and he's got a good feel with all 3. He'll throw any one of those 3 in a 3-2 count.
On the ground towards the hole. Owings on the backhand in the dirt, not in time. So Pagan beats it out. That'll be a hit for Angel Pagan, and here's Tomlinson.
Now Pagan from the right side, and he really had a pretty big backswing to try and get unwound from. Just not enough arm from Owings to get the speedy Pagan.
He also had just a little bit of a slip.
Back foot just kind of gave way a little bit.
So here's Tomlinson. And he shortens to bunt, and he takes a strike. That's not a bad pitch to bunt.
I like the idea with Corbin, the left-hander, falling off towards the third base side. Looked like Tomlinson was going to try and push that bunt to the right side of the infield.
Hit on the ground, around the horn. That's 1. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, Ron Copa, the first base umpire, calling that one quick. I agree with you. That'll at least get reviewed in the Giants clubhouse. You see Ron Wotus talking to Sean Dunston and Chad Chop.
Got him.
He's out.
So here's Duffy. Tomlinson's not an easy guy to double up, so nice around the horn 5-4-3 double play. And Duffy skies one into right center field on the first pitch, and that's going to end the inning. 9-pitch inning, second inning coming up. Goslin will lead things off.
Sunday against the Padres, Mike Leake got his first win in the Giants uniform. He went 6 strong innings, 4 hits allowed, 3 runs, a couple walks, a couple strikeouts, but the big swing of the bat, a 3-run homer that gave the Giants a lead, and he would never give it back. That's his 6th career home run, and that is their AT&T U-verse rewind.
Goslin hitting at 278.
That's a good miss right there. That's where he wants to be. He wants to be down around the bottom of the strike zone. If you miss below the strike zone.
Kind of peeked in. Want to know where that pitch was. It's 3-0. Let's check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, I have news for fans on Brandon Belt, who exited early from last night's game. He was showing signs of having a concussion. They do think it was triggered when he collided when he was on base with the player in the game earlier this week. He was unable to focus, concentrate, so they took him out. They're running tests, and they're treating it like a concussion. He's going to be down for a while, and Buster Posey will get the lion's share of the time at first base down this stretch, guys.
All right, thanks, Amy. So that is not good news, as that's ball high. 5 in a row now out of the strike zone from Leake. This is Jake Lamb. Lamb hitting 274. You see Trevor Brown now always peeking into the Giants dugout to see what's going on. There's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, gang's all here.
We got popcorn. They
got everything but teeth.
Dogs.
All 3 of them.
They're pretty happy though.
Got a few gaps in that smile.
Foul back. 1 and 2.
It's got to be what? First grade?
Yep. Uh-oh. We have a winner.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm really happy.
Hands in the air always means happy, very happy. One and 2 with Goslin at first. Out to left. Coming in hard is Perez, and he can't hang on, and his throw to second is not in time. So Lamb with a base hit, and that'll bring up Owens.
Just not enough fly ball to get there. And I'm telling you, he's going to be upset with that. I mean, that's one I'm sure he thinks he should have had. Of all the fielders, the one position on the field that is most handicapped by the sun right now is left field. And it's going to get worse.
So here's Owens, who's at 237. On the ground and a base hit. They're going to wave in Gosling, who runs well. The throw home is offline. It's 2-0. Wednesday, September 30th is Full Clubhouse Night, a tribute to Full House. And a reminder, to get all the goodies on this night, you need a special ticket. Visit sfgiants.com/special events. Yasmero Petit is headed down to the bullpen. So we'll see what Corbett does. He's 2 for 17. He bunts it to Leake. Leake's going to go to third. One there, and that's it.
Well, one of the things about Mike Leake is once he throws that ball, I mean, he becomes an infielder. He's one of the best in the National League West at fielding his position. And watch the footwork as he gets himself in position. You anticipate with your lower body, just a quick turn and an easy play for Leake. And that's our Exmo, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. The footwork sets up the balance, which sets up the play.
Here's Pollock. Pollock takes a strike. He singled to open up the ball game. Roped. Perez makes the catch. Tumbles on the track. What a great play by Juan Perez.
Wow. That's what that was. That was wow. We talked about the sun in left field. It's not making it any easy for any fly ball, but this thing, an absolute bullet, and his timing to it had to be perfect. And from one knee, manages to get the ball back in, and nobody can even advance 90 feet. Just an acrobatic jump from Juan Perez. You said it last night. It's great to have a center fielder in left field. Another example of just brilliant defense from Perez.
Here's Inciarte. And a strike at the knees. I've seen that move before by Perez. I think it was your son Wes on the field.
Yeah. Juan Perez could definitely be a dancer.
In the center field, that's a base hit. Pagan gets to it. Here, rounding the bag is Owens. The throw home is late. It's 3-0. And Dave Righetti's coming out.
Now, this meeting on the mound brought to you by Ring Central Business Communications, made simple. It's not going to take Yusmeiro Petit a whole lot of time to get loose down the pin, as hot as it is here today. 82 degrees at first pitch. So this really is to just kind of give Leake a bit of a breather. But Dave Righetti would definitely pass on the feelings of the manager. And he'll tell Mike Leake, you know, hey, you better get this guy out. You might not be in there if you don't.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah. That guy. Toughest out to get on this Diamondbacks team.
So here's Goldschmidt. First pitch wide, 1 ball and no strikes. At second is Corbin. Inciarte at first. And a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Leake about to throw pitch number 27. On the ground to Duffy. And that'll end the inning. 2 runs on the board. Buster Posey to lead things off.
by Bay Area Mini.
Well, log on to csnbayarea.com as insider Alex Pavlovich provides wire-to-wire reporting of the Giants season with breaking news, video, special features, and more. Only on csnbayarea.com.
A 3-0 lead for the D-backs. Check out our cold hard facts brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. NL RBI leader since 2012. On top, Paul Goldschmidt. Third, Buster Posey. And Buster Posey will lead things off.
So the RBI leader since 2012, Paul Goldschmidt on top of the heap with Posey. And I mean, which guy do you prefer to pitch to? Those 5 guys.
The next guy. The next guy hitting behind every one of those guys.
No, don't let him beat you.
Posey out of play. It snowballs in 1 strike.
There's some guys having monster years this year offensively. I talk about this being the year of the pitcher because so many pitchers are having great years. National League Cy Young Award. How'd you like to be voting for that?
Low to Buster Posey with Bird to follow. Out of play, 1 and 2. Buster Posey last night 1 for 3. He got the first hit of the game for the Giants. It came in the 4th inning. A lot of Buster jerseys, t-shirts, as you would expect. Posey down the right field line, foul.
Fighting off a good pitch.
Come on.
He was all ready. He had his glove.
There's no possible way that our ball dude's going to hand you the ball after that.
No. They're trained experts. You become a non-qualifier.
Posey fouls it back.
All right, let's take a look. I got this one. I got it. This is mine. I got it. Clank. Oh,
goodness.
It was so close.
And Posey pops this one up. Saltalamacchia doesn't know where it is. It doesn't matter.
All right. Hugs. Never spilled a drop. Gamer babes. They're the best. She's wearing them out.
Yeah.
Seriously?
She should. You brought that glove for what? 2 and 2.
Well,
I mean, hold your popcorn? What?
Sometimes you deserve to get worn out.
Here, you want this glove?
Yeah.
No, that's fine. All right. Joke's over. 2-2 pitch. Posey pops it up right field. Inciarte waiting. That'll bring up Bird. Bird hitting at 249. Took an 0 for 4 last night. And he hits a high fly ball center field. And Pollock is there.
A 1 pitch out. Yeah. She's just waiting for the runs to start scoring. She's just very patient. Not a problem.
Red rope?
Yep. She's got her licorice. Her lemonade. Life is good. Real good.
So here's Juan Perez. Perez pops it up, and that'll be a souvenir. 6 hits for the D-backs. D-backs with 3 hits in the first, 3 hits in the second.
Yeah, they definitely brought their hitting shoes today, didn't they?
They did. That foul remains 1-2.
So far, this first time through the lineup, Patrick Corbin has really done a nice job of keeping the Giants hitters off their back leg. They got a lot of reach in their swing and not a lot of lower body in their swing. I mean, that's the goal if you're a pitcher.
And a base hit into right field. So Perez with the second Giants hit. And that'll bring up Crawford. Crawford last night went 0 for 3. Corbin to Crawford. Swinging a tapper foul. 2 for 13. Those are the lifetime numbers for Crawford against Patrick Corbin.
Nine strikeouts in 13 at-bats. That's orange.
Perez has got 1 steal. Not likely that he's going to be going. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Corbin originally signed by the Angels as a second-round pick in 2009, and he was traded over the Diamondbacks with Joe Saunders, Tyler Skaggs, and Rafael Rodriguez for Dan Herring. A 4-for-1 deal.
Crawford with a base hit into left field. So back-to-back singles here in the second inning with 2 outs. And here's Trevor Brown.
Catcher number 56, Trevor Brown.
Trevor Brown, Giants' 10th pick in 2012, signed out of UCLA.
Doug and Janet, they're the parents watching Trevor Brown.
Brown family from Newhall, California.
And a strike. 261 for Sacramento. With Leak on deck. One ball and 1 strike.
You can imagine the surprise that the Brown family had when Trevor got the call to come to the big leagues. He was not on the 40-man roster. This season was over, and then all of a sudden, injury opened up opportunity, and here he is, a big leaguer.
1-2. He's got the biggest at bat of the day so far.
Get out, readjust your batting gloves, try and breathe, find some calm. The problem is your heart's pumping and the world's going pretty fast right now between your ears. You're taking your first big league at bat, and you're now a big leaguer.
Hit on the ground. And the force play at third by Lamb, and that'll end the inning. We'll head to the third inning at 3-0 D-backs.
Is brought to you by Pete's Cold Brew. Keep it smooth.
Well, Friday, October 2nd is African American Heritage Night presented by AT&T. Your special event package will include a collector's edition Willie Mays t-shirt designed by world-famous painter Justin Buah. And to get a ticket to the game as the Giants will take on the Rockies, the proceeds will benefit the Say Hey Foundation. So go to sfgiants.com/special events.
Here's Peralta, whose RBI single in the first inning knocked in the first run for the D-backs. And he takes a strike. Saltalamacchia and then Goslin. So Leak trying to lower those sights.
That's the plan. Get the ball down around the knees, start getting some ground ball outs.
Tomlinson will recover, and Buster Posey couldn't get back in time. Check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, last night after the Giants lost, Bruce Bochy was asked point blank, do you think the Giants are going to make the playoffs? His quote is our Geico quote in today's game. He said, we're breathing. You know, it's an uphill climb. I don't think we can lose another game, though, to be honest, gentlemen.
Well, that's, I guess, comes from an honest manager. That game will be tonight.
Yeah, just press your forehead against the wall and start moving your feet and see where it goes.
Here's a strike to Saltalamacchia. Cody Hall goes down to the bullpen. That's a bit wide. Saltalamacchia bounced into a double play to end the first inning. Hit out to right. Bird way out in Triples Alley. As Mike said, you can see how the ball carries in this heat. One out, and here's Goslin.
It's not often that you can say in this ballpark that you can have a cheap home run to right field where you don't have to get all of it. Well, you could say that today. That's how much carry is in this field. Right field is usually the one field that is totally protected by the winds. Even with it being just 309 down the line.
Here's Goslin, who walked in the second. Takes a strike. On deck is Jake Lamb. Breaking ball hit out to Bird. He's going to get there in plenty of time. 2 outs, and here's Lamb, who really kind of blooped one that Perez probably should have caught for a base hit in the second. Leak to Lamb, and it's a called strike.
Nice little cutter. Pitching coaches love quick outs. Quick outs are outs that are within 3 pitches. They like 3 pitches or less. And Mike Leake's really good about quick at bats, quick outs.
There's a strike.
One guy you really don't concern yourself with the pitch count. I mean, he's always underneath what the norm is. The end of the third, you want to be 45 pitches or less. You can see where his 37 pitch count applies to that.
Close.
A little paralysis for the 2 strikes. But today has been a lot of stretch time. Diamondbacks have been able to get the leadoff hitter on in each of these first 3 innings against Leake. A lot of stress throws.
Foul back. Stays at 1-2. Nice.
Got a man there.
And a quick toss to chase Peralta back. He's got 6 steals on the year. He's been thrown out 3 times.
Averaging 14.4 pitches per inning, and that's ranked 3rd fewest in the major leagues. Give you an idea just how economical he is with his pitches.
It's great. Our truck, you make these great points, and then they'll back you up with something.
It's out of nowhere.
I'm waiting for the ones to back me up.
We haven't found those yet, Smooth.
1-2 pitch. Here it is. High. 2-2. But he's be a lot of fun to play behind if you're a defensive player, just because he does work quickly. 2-2 with Peralta at first. And he shoots this one into left field for a base hit.
Nice at bat there from Lamb to go the opposite way. Kind of beat the shift.
So here's Owings. Owings knocked in a run. He hit a ball past Duffy in the second inning. Breaking ball for a strike and a good one.
He'll definitely mix up strike one very well with all of his pitches. That's one of his big assets. Follows it up, another curveball.
Yep, and a good one.
You know, really, and for Trevor Brown, this is his first big league game behind the plate. Mike Leake's not shaking him off a lot.
One and two. He threw another breaking ball. Peralta at second. Lamb at first. On the ground, foul. Give you an idea. Owens, who's not a tall guy, still the ability to cover that outside part of the plate. That may not have even been a strike.
I think he was hitting that ball to our ball dude, Steve Yanaga, at first base. I actually expected Steve to make a play.
Yeah.
A little disappointed.
Tap foul. Maybe our best performance on this homestand. Is there Steve?
Oh, gee.
By our ball babe down the right field line was Denise Ebright the other night. She was fabulous.
Yeah, Denise Ebright. She's on the ball dude, ball babe, all-star team.
1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 and 2. Curveball hit at Pagan, and that's going to end the inning. Giants are coming up. Leake's going to lead things off. 3-0. D-backs.
You by Ring Central. Business communications made simple.
An early 3-0 lead for Arizona, as Mike Leake's going to lead things off. Leak on the year is 8 for 65. Fouls it back. No balls and 1 strike.
Good swing.
A late call strike. Yosmeta Petit headed down.
Yeah, Vic Carapazzo, plate umpire, had to think about that one a little bit.
And that's going to retire Leak. First strikeout for Corbin.
First strikeout in the game.
So here's Pagan, who singled in the first inning. And a strike. Leak may be out of the game.
And you're right. Coach came over and said, "That's it."
Calls him Mikey.
Well, he's known him since he was Little League.
He's known him since he was Mikey. Pagan lifts one into center field for Pollock. Steven Strasburg, Brett Bochy, Mike Leake, all together in San Diego.
Pretty good Little League team, huh?
Yeah, I'd say really good.
Mike Leake, the best guy on the team and the littlest guy on the team. Mikey.
Here's Tomlinson, who bounced into a double play in the first inning. He takes down low. There's a strike. Well, we haven't seen Petit in a while. Hit on the ground. It'll be Lamb at third, and the throw is wide, and Goldschmidt tags Tomlinson on the head. So Tomlinson is going to see if he can shake this off, and that's going to end the inning.
nutrition. Now with 25 Bay Area locations. Come visit our newest stores in Pleasanton and Gilroy.
3-0 D-backs as we head to the fourth inning. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
New pitcher now, Yusmeiro Petit, 39th time that he has come into a ball game this year. 1-1 with a 3.69 ERA. Good numbers, 70 2/3 innings. He's allowed 81 base runners. That's good. 55 strikeouts against 14 walks. You're going to see a high 80s fastball. He will cut and sink. He'll go to both sides of the plate with it. A good little slider and changeup.
Remember, he almost threw a perfect game against this team. Eric Chavez, dirty guy.
I guess the first time in his life somebody's called him a dirty guy.
Nothing in two.
But it was Eric Chavez that broke up the perfect game.
Dirty guy.
Clean single to right field.
But a dirty guy.
He ruined the party.
On the ground to Buster Posey. Here's Tomlinson getting tagged right on the helmet.
Ding. And he slipped on the bag and it kind of jammed his left ankle.
That's how you hurt your ACL. Right here, the hyperextension.
Yeah.
Right there.
I mean, he could have blown out both ankles and a knee.
It's those long and lanky guys that survive those. Here's Pollock. Pollock, who right now is swinging it, folks.
He is on everything. Watch the foot hit the bag and skip right off the bag. And that's how you really can hurt yourself.
Yeah. And you can tell he got off stride a little bit when he tried to duck. So here's Inciarte. A steal situation now for Pollock, who's got 35.
Tomlinson from Elgin, Oklahoma. He's cowboy tough. I think if he wasn't playing baseball, he'd be in the National Rodeo Circuit.
Yeah, could be.
Looks like a bronc rider.
Smart one.
Looks like a smart bronc rider.
Have that way of when you put glasses on, you look smarter. That's what my wife said. Never taking them off. You look smarter, honey. Okay. High strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Petit throws, and there's a pitch. Ooh, wide, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Not by much.
Pollock with his lead. Nine hits already for the D-backs here in the 4th inning with 1 out. Runner goes. Hit where Crawford was. He gets 1. Got him.
Oh, my. Well, watch the momentum as he's going to cover the bag. Now he's going to come back across his body's momentum. He slips, and from one knee, he gets a ball over to first base. And they're going to look at the play. I don't know if they did indeed get him to first base, and I don't even care. The fact that it was even close is amazing. Back, reaching, and now to be able, remember Inciarte can run.
So that's going to be an infield hit for Inciarte. Because they will overrule that.
That looks pretty.
This replay review is presented by Xfinity. But really, a sensational effort by Crawford.
Now they're replaying it here in the ballpark, and everybody just had let out the groan of acknowledgement. I don't know why this is taking a whole lot of time. Well, the foot got to the bag first. End of story. So Larry Vanover, the crew chief, tells us what we already knew, and here come the Diamondbacks again. They have threatened in every inning.
So here's Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt is 1 for 2. And a strike. It appears that with Affeld throwing down in the bullpen, Bruce Bochy's going to use everybody he's got today. This is going to be a 12. There's a pickoff attempt that Petit chose not to throw. This is going to be 12 pitchers for the Giants today.
Could happen.
Tap foul when the long man is out there and there's a reliever up in the bullpen. That's the sign.
That's a sign. I'm taking that as a sign.
Affeld is out there for Peralta in Salta Lamacchia is a switch hitter.
So Trevor Brown going to come out and talk it over with Yusmeiro Petit. Allows me the opportunity to wish my son a happy birthday today. My son Chase. So happy birthday, Meat.
Happy birthday, Chase.
Watching the game today from Scottsdale, Arizona.
So he says.
Well,
1 and 2. I believe it. I do. Pollock, Inciarte, good speed on the bases.
When you don't have to send checks to him anymore, you're not really quite sure where they're at.
Goldschmidt goes around.
Good hard slider in the dirt. And a big out. It's the Giants fight to keep this one close. Down in the dirt. And Goldschmidt.
Well, I'm not sure who's wearing Goldschmidt's uniform in that at bat, but there are 2 outs. So here's Peralta.
I think they could have been his evil twin brother.
I think so. And it's low. 1 ball and no strikes. The Cubs, by the way, beat the Cardinals today. That heated rivalry getting more heated as each day moves on. And now the Cubs are only a half a game back of the Pirates for the second wild card, for the first wild card spot. And what would that mean? That would mean that the Cubs would get a home game for that one-game playoff if they pass the Pirates. That's significant.
Oh, yeah, it is. Well, second day in a row they beat the Cardinals in Chicago. You think Wrigley Field was rocking?
Oh. One and two.
Good pitch. Right in tight on the hands. Meanwhile, out of Ghirardelli's, this is perfect weather for a Sunday. Of course, 3 degrees below zero in my mind is perfect weather for a Sunday.
I was going to say, any temperature is a good temperature. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rating number 2.
Fastball? Yeah.
Giants are still in the game. Got him, and that'll end the inning. Duffy, Posey, Bird coming up.
'98, that's when Bill Miller and Jeff Kent hit grand slams, and the Giants beat the Dodgers 18-4 at Candlestick Park. That's a good memory. The stick, and it's gone. And that's our McDonald True Stories.
Gone.
Giants scored 18. Kirk Reeder must have pitched that day.
Yep.
He got all the runs.
And he would admit that. Russ Ortiz started. So here's Duffy. By the way, you're warm, right?
Yes.
So the heater's on.
Seriously?
Yeah, the heater's on. I can feel it. So just want you to think about that for a while. 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's all right. We deserve it.
Yeah, we haven't been very good against the D-backs. Put the heat on.
Crank up the heat.
Duffy's got a base hit.
That's all you had to do.
So here's Posey. Buster had a pretty long at bat in the second inning, but he ended up hitting a high fly ball to right. And he takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. So the Giants got the leadoff hitter on in the first. That was Pagan, so they do it again here in the fourth. So they get Corbin into the stretch immediately. Two and 0.
Well, up till now, I mean, Corbin has really done a nice job of keeping everybody off balance. The swing of the bat from Duffy was really one of the best balance swings that the Giants have had all day long.
Hit out into right center field. Playable for Pollock, who puts it away.
Just got up the bat a little bit.
So here's Bird.
Diamondback pitching in this series has been fantastic. The Giants have not been able to score a run yet.
They haven't been able to just keep the line moving. Bird, however, he can change that. 0 for 1. And on the first pitch, he fouls it straight back and out of play.
Ball fell back into the club level. Went to the back row, one hopped the back wall, then went down to the front level. And the guy that should have made the play in the club level is getting worn out right now.
Absolutely.
All the fans around him not happy that that ball got out of the level.
Foul back, good swing by Bird, 0-2.
There's pressure. Foul ball comes your way, you better make the play.
Oh, and 2 to Bird. Got him.
Fastball with cut right in the inside corner. Second strikeout for Corbin. See the target from south of Lamakia, and he doesn't move the glove. And that took plate umpire Vic Carapazzo right with him. Just right through the mitt.
So here's Perez, who singled in the second. And he shoots this one on the ground to Lamb at third, and that's going to end the inning. Leadoff single wasted. Fifth inning coming up. It's 3-0 D-backs.
Turn the heater up.
seats that you love whenever you want. StubHub, let your fan out, the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the San Francisco Giants. So Petit back out on the mound here in the 5th inning, and he'll be facing Saltalamacchia. Saltalamacchia is 0 for 2. Double play ball and a fly ball to right. On the ground to Posey. Nice big Sunday hop for Buster Posey. 1 out.
That's the way you like him if you're an infielder.
Yeah.
Giants still looking for their first 1-2-3 inning. Bachelorette parties all over the bleachers today. So best wishes.
Goslin is 0 for 1. He walked in the 2nd and scored. He's got a base hit. So Goslin's base hit gives the D-backs 11. So here's Lamb.
He's got her glove all decked out.
Matt Cain's headed to the bullpen. Lamb is 2 for 2. And he fouls it back, and it's 0-1.
The thing about these Diamondbacks, I mean, they've been coming off the bench hacking. A lot of first pitch swinging today from Arizona.
Inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. All 11 hits have been singles. And the 1-1 to Lamb. Here it is. Driven into Triple's alley. Bird's going to track it down with a nice running catch. Tell you what, he moves around pretty good.
Yeah, and the thing I like about Marlon Byrd is his routes are direct, and this one had to be exact. That's a straight line. High backhander. Zero margin for error with how hard that ball was hit. And he goes to his right well, right in the sweet spot.
Bruce Bochy said that when the Giants were in conversation with the Reds about Marlon Byrd, he talked to Jim Riggleman, who is their third base coach and a longtime friend with the Giants manager. And Jim Riggleman told him, he said, look, you're going to be really surprised at how well Marlon Byrd plays the outfield. And one of the reasons we say that is because he's 38. Here's a bouncing ball. It gets past Petit, and because of that, Owens is going to beat it out.
Well, it's almost every day you're seeing a good play from Marlon Byrd. Last night, Jake Lamb again hitting a bullet, and Marlon Byrd right on cue. High backhander, hauls it in, took away 3 bases.
So here's Patrick Corbin. There you see a play that really Petit should have made, and it turns out to be another hit. for Arizona. And a strike.
Man, that's a lot of hits with 2 outs in the 5th.
Blocked by Brown, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Good swing by Corbin.
Yeah, he's definitely got a clue up there with the bat in his hands. He's not without skills. You have to respect him.
I agree. We are in the 5th. Hit on the ground into right field, a base hit. Here's Bird. Rounding the bag is Gosselin. He will score. The throw is going to go to third, and now it's going to go to second. And out at second is Corbin. Scoring, however, is Gosselin, and that makes it 4-0 D-backs. The Giants and AT&T encourage you to take the pledge. No post, glance, email, search, or text is worth a life. Follow us at It Can Wait or learn more at itcanwait.com. For nothing, D-backs.
A beautiful day at the ballpark. Well, this is Ava Lynn. She is here today, and she's in a battle with leukemia. She's doing well, and she just likes being at the ballpark. So, Ava Lynn, good to see you feeling better, sweetheart. Have fun today. We are your biggest fans.
Brandon Crawford's going to lead things off. Crawford with a base hit in the second inning. It's 4-0. And Crawford takes wide, 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, it's a bit warm today. Giants fans not used to 80+ degrees at the yard. Bay Area feeling the heat all over. Good day for that hat right there. Or those. Bring your own shade.
Crawford with a bunt, and he just happens to bunt it right back to Corbin. So good idea, just bad placement, 1 out. So frustrating.
So you're running back to the dugout. What are you thinking?
Well, you're thinking if I'd have swung at that, I probably would have hit my 20th. Brockabrella.
I got to tell you something right now. I don't ever leave home without a Brockabrella. I just don't.
You know, sometimes it can get really weird in here, and you get seagulls, you get rain, and you need a Brockabrella.
I just like the look.
If I actually would have known you were going to do this, I might have gone in the closet and gotten mine out.
If it brings some runs for the Giants, you know what? I'll put the Brockabrella on, especially if it's a Grateful Dead Brockabrella.
We had, I don't know the name of the person that dropped a couple of off before our game today, but they will go to good use.
It's the greatest golf hat ever right here.
So here's Adrianza. See Adrianza hitting 180. And he ropes him down the left field line. That's a base hit. Adrianza's got a double.
Yeah, he really has come alive, and it took him a long time to find the comfort zone, but he is feeling like a big leaguer. And this is a challenge fastball that he just has a nice quick little route to the ball. No hitch. I mean, that's a direct route. Nice flat swing. And the reward, a 2-base hit.
So here's Pagan. Giants have a runner in scoring position for the first time since the 2nd inning. That also happened with 2 outs. And a breaking ball for a strike. Outside for a ball.
Giants need to put a little number up on the scoreboard. Break this string of zeros. It started last night. Giants shut out 2-0. Patrick Corbin has taken it into today, into the 5th inning here with 2 outs. They need to get this crowd into this game, man. The only way you can do that is score. Tim Hudson fan. A lot of them here in the Bay Area.
Three and one.
Well, old catcher Jared Saltalamacchia to come out here and remind a young pitcher, hey, are you looking at the scoreboard? We have a 4-1 lead. You're going to walk guys now? Killing me. This will be an interesting pitch. We know that Pagan sees Corbin well. I mean, his lifetime numbers back that argument up. And he's going to get something to hit right here.
Up the middle. But right there is Goslin, and that's going to end the inning. Giants strand Adrianza, 6th inning coming up. Matt Cain coming in.
The San Francisco Giants. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
4-0 Arizona as we go to the 6th. And it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
So Matt Cain coming out of the bullpen for the first time this year. 2-4 with a 6.15 ERA. And for Cain, a low 90s fastball with 2 types of movement. He will throw a cutter, a curveball, and a changeup.
The other relief appearance came in 2006. So here's Pollock, who's hitting everything, and he takes wide 1-0. Pollock is 2 for 3. The Diamondbacks with 13 hits. One ball and 1 strike.
Backed it up, breaking ball. And I don't believe it, but A.J. Pollock just swung and missed.
He did.
That does not happen. At least it hasn't. Last couple of days.
Tap foul, 1-2.
Well, time for our Togo's big play the Togo's way. Last night, A.J. Pollock absolutely robbed Jared Parker of a home run. This is a 3-2 swing of the bat, opposite field. And we're thinking Jared Parker had hit his second home run, but A.J. Pollock said, no, I don't think so. And that's our Togo's big play the Togo's way.
Fouled out of play. It stays at 1-2. So Matt Cain really just trying to figure some stuff out. Pitched a couple of games in Sacramento. And a bit high, 2-2. So early ahead in the count. Now it's 3-2.
Well, that's what hitters do when they're hot. You know, they'll get down in a count 0-2, 1-2, and all of a sudden you look up and boom, it's full. They just know the strike zone so well, and that's why they're hot. They're staying in the strike zone. They're not going out, not chasing.
Tap foul, a challenge from King. And the walk. Let's check in with Amy G. Amy.
All right, gentlemen, a nice moment before the game today as Javier Lopez was recognized on the field. He is the Giants nominee for the 2015 Roberto Clemente Award. It recognizes Major League players, one from each of the 30 clubs who best represent the game through positive contributions on and off the field and who recognize the value of helping others. That's Javi to a T. It's sponsored by Chevrolet, and they gave each nominee $15,000. Javi decided to split it between two charities, Glide Memorial and St. Anthony's. Way to go, Javi. Gentlemen.
Job, Javier Lopez. Richly deserved.
He's a keeper.
Runner goes, swinging a foul.
One of the strengths of the Giants clubhouse, and has been for a long time. Personnel that they have, a lot of leaders, a lot of guys that go off the field and do a lot in the community. And it's very quiet as to how they do it. I mean, they realize they can make a difference.
Pollock goes again. Here's the throw into center field. Stolen base and an error on Brown.
So Trevor Brown gets his first big league error. Fastball away. I mean, footwork, everything looks good, and just a short hop that Crawford cannot come up with. So once again, the Giants in the stretch, making stress throws.
Infield in. One ball and two strikes. Tap foul. Inciarte just got a piece.
Well, Kane got him to swing through a breaking ball to get the second strike. He went right back there. Pretty much the same location. It is a strikeout situation, pure and simple. I mean, that's what he's pitching for.
Brown can't find it. Now he does. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Kane, who opened up the inning with a walk to Pollock. Two pitch. Hit foul for Dave McKay. It remains 2-2. Making a lot of noise out in the cove. What's up?
Well, somebody was honking a horn out there.
Group want to be noticed.
The Empress Hornblower. I think every Empress wants to be known, recognized.
Even in the middle of a pitch.
I know. Well, they're having a party. And that might be the bride. I like the flag they're waving.
Flag is a good flag.
Well, best wishes to the bride. She's got it going, by the way.
Hit on the ground into right field, a base hit, a CNI single. Third hit for Inciarte. And that'll bring to the plate Goldschmidt.
So walks will haunt, and the leadoff walk from Kane has come back to bite him. 14 hits now for Arizona. Yeah, that looks like a happy marriage to be.
Here's Goldschmidt, who's 1 for 3. And a strike, and it's 0-1. So Kane, that's 92. So that's right about where he's usually at. Middle's not a good spot, nor is middle in. I always thought he was more of a low ball hitter, but that doesn't agree with that. Those numbers are against the Giants. He's got a lot of at-bats against the Giants.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good book on him. He has not had the same the second half of the season like he had the first half of the season. And a lot of the folks with Arizona think that, I mean, he's such a hard worker and his routine is rigid. He does not stray from the routine. They're thinking that he may have worked himself a little too hard the second half of the season. Very disciplined athlete. He's got his routine and he sticks to it. And big leaguers, I mean, now the weight room is a big part of their everyday routine.
I'm convinced that's where you develop an oblique.
That you can strain?
No, that's where it comes from.
Yeah. All the weights you lift during the season?
Yeah, I mean, I never heard of an oblique before 1990.
I don't think our generation had obliques.
Runner goes, and Inciarte is going to steal it. That's number 19 on the year.
I mean, the jumps that the D-backs have gotten off Kane this inning have been humongous.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Three and 2.
This with a little cutter outside. He has definitely thrown all of his pitches. You talked about the velocity that Kane has had at 92. And that's about what he's been at the last 7 years.
Dave Righetti is going to come out. I think Kane thought for a second that he might get that pitch.
He wasn't that far off. So activity now starting to head down to the Giants bullpen. Dave Righetti going to take a little time to get him going. Looks like Cody Hall, who's already had one hump, he's heading back down there. It shouldn't take him a whole long time to get going.
So Dave Righetti returns. It's David Peralta coming up. Hit on the ground. Buster Posey cuts it off. That's 1. That's all they'll get.
Posey had to go a long way to get that.
If you're just going to get 1 out, that's an easier play for Posey than it is for Tomlinson.
Well, let's make it our Ford right choice. Watch the range to his right. And he puts the spear on it right here. And the momentum going right to second base. Just a quick flip. But with Peralta's speed, they're not going to get a pair. But they definitely take a guy out of scoring position.
Saltalamacchia will hit with runners at the corners. And it's low, 1-0. Get on the ground to Buster Posey, foul. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants, look, you get out of this mess here. You're down 5. You're still in this thing.
Yeah, Kane needs a ground ball to get out of it.
Yes, he does. Saltalamacchia obliged in the first inning when he into a 4-6-3 double play. And that's foul. Not by much.
Talked about the mechanical problems that Kane has had this year, and they've been chronicled. When you are working mechanics, and we talked about the 2 big jumps that Pollock and Inciarte had in stealing a base off of Kane. When you're working on mechanics, I mean, you're thinking about mechanics, and you are being a little more deliberate out of the stretch, and base runners will take advantage of that.
Runner goes, pitches high, no throw, and another steal. That's the 3rd of the inning.
Game just a high leg kick, and the jumps have been huge. Good change up there, and they needed that strikeout.
So here's Lamb, or make that Goslin, I beg your pardon.
A lot of big moments in this ballpark for Matt Cain.
Strike, yeah, postseason, regular season, it doesn't matter. He's had them.
Last year, a couple of surgeries, one on his elbow, one on his ankle, and he just never has been able to lock into a set of mechanics all year long that he's been comfortable with, where he could trust his pitches. And that is going to be one of the offseason projects to get this guy back. He knows it's in there. And when you talk to him about it, he says, that is the most frustrating thing. My fastball is at 92, 93. That's all the fastball that I need. Curveball, slider, changeup. I mean, when he's been out there, we've seen them all be swinging missed pitches. Like that.
1-2.
But it's just a matter of consistency with his arm stroke that he can repeat it and control the strike zone again, which we saw him do for 10 years. One of the best control guys in the game. And that'll be the goal this offseason, to get back to those mechanics.
Got him. Nice block. Side retired. So Kane limits it to 1 run.
is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com and by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
It's a 5-0 lead for the Diamondbacks. Here we are in the Giants' half of the 6th inning. And here's where the Giants need to cut into this lead, because they've got the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up. One 1-0 to Tomlinson. There's a called strike. Well into right center field. Inciarte is there to make the catch. There's the Gotham Club view.
You went over there for the first time. What'd you think?
I laid stake to where we're going to do a game from.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be fun when we do it. The Gotham Club.
Gotham Club is a hit.
There's Duffy. Duffy singled in the 4th. And he takes wide for a ball. He's got that average at 302. Here he lifts one to right, starting to carry. Inciarte is now on the track, and he makes the catch. 2 outs. So here's Buster Posey. Buster on the ground to third, and that's going to retire the side. So quick inning for Corbin, 7th inning coming up, and it remains 5-0 D-backs. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. All Arizona this afternoon. It's 5-0. They've knocked out 14 singles. Corbin's still in the game. Leake left after 3. And Matt Cain Just pitched an inning in the 6th. Gave up a run and he struck out 2. So here's Cody Hall. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Cody Hall, 43 games in Sacramento, 1-3, 3 saves, 55 strikeouts in 67 2/3. Low to mid-90s with a fastball, slider, and a good changeup. Or split, I should say.
Facing Jake Lamb, who's 2 for 3.
Hall will fix that split in his grip prior to putting his hand in his glove before every pitch.
Owings to follow, and then Corbin. Wrap slowly to Tomlinson. And out is Lamb. And this is really a good time to go to Amy G.
It is. I have your favorite part of the game, Dwayne. It is time for our fan photo. It's sponsored by T-Mobile. Today's photo is submitted by Amanda Jensen. You're getting a look at kindergarten through 3rd grades at Cuddleback Elementary in Carlotta, California. They are supporting their orange and black. It's an awesome photo. We want to see what you've got. Make sure you tweet it to us, #CSNBA Data Strong Fan, and we're going to try and get you on a future broadcast. Those kids are gamers. Dwayne.
Can we blow that picture up a little bit?
It's like looking at an old baseball
card.
card.
Could be anybody, right?
Remember the old team baseball
cards?
Yeah.
And then the people ask you to sign it. Are you going to try to get everybody to sign it?
They did. They tried to get everybody in the team to sign the baseball card.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. You know, now with your iPhones, you just pinch them, right? You blow it up. Not a problem.
Not a problem. Hey, happy birthday.
There you go. He's 4.
Matt Bubb gives lessons on how to rake in the fall.
That kid right there, he's watched the Giants win 2 world championships.
Yep.
The old man, took him 45 years. This is popped up. It's a good pop-up, by the way. And Tomlinson had no chance. I don't know, you kind of saw it coming, right? High sky, a little bit of a wind. Oh, his ball's going to come back at you a little bit.
Well, you know, one thing about being an infielder in San Francisco, you don't want to call it too early. All of a sudden, it becomes a wrestling match, the pop-up dance, and I got it. I think I have it. I don't have it.
Watch Crawford. I think Crawford at some point, as it gets closer to Tomlinson, realizes that he's not going to get it right there. Because he had a little better of an angle. It was like that at Candlestick. The shortstop had a better angle at pop-ups that were hit to the second baseman.
Well, it's going to be an error on Tomlinson, the second error of the day for the Giants.
There's always an agreement between the second baseman and the shortstop at Candlestick that if you had a better shot at it, it didn't matter where it was on the infield, you call for it.
Get after it.
And if it meant that LeMaster caught one over by first base, so be it. But I think Brandon Crawford thought that Tomlinson had that for the longest time. Strike to Corbin, 1-2. High, to make it 2-2. So Owens on second. That's where you need to be if you run hard. And Corbin swings right through a fastball. 2 down.
Well, happy 86th birthday.
Absolutely. I saw that little guy that in San Francisco in 4 years had witnessed 2 world championships. This woman in San Francisco, Shirley, at 86 has witnessed 3.
Yep. But they're both completely happy. It's worth the wait.
I have to tell you, and I think you agree, that after 2002, I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, the thought crossed my mind. We were all a bit disappointed, but 2010, all those memories went away.
The bad ones.
The bad memories.
1-0 to Pollock. Pollock takes low.
Just a bit. We only have one more day of summer tomorrow.
It's supposed to be hot. Didn't you tell me that?
It's going to be hot again. Another good day to hit here at the ballpark. Yep, it's a good day for short sleeves and short pants, sandals, and a hat.
Two-0 pitch. High, 3-0. Was not meant to be easy for Giants pitching today.
Tomorrow the high is supposed to be 83.
Well, I got 88. I do.
San Francisco.
I'm not saying that yours is wrong.
Well, I hope I'm right.
There's a call strike. Oh, sorry. I had mine on Scottsdale.
You're killing me.
No. Well, my weather report here says 88, although there's a huge question mark beside it. 3-1 pitch. Here it is to Pollock, and Pollock rolls it foul.
But this is the hottest month of the year. We tell folks back in the Midwest and the East that things start to heat up in San Francisco around September, and they look at us like we're crazy. No, that's the truth.
2 months you need air conditioning in the city. September, November, or just jump into the Cove with your friends. 3-2 to Pollock. And that's ball 4. Here's Inciarte, who's got 3 hits today.
Yeah, the top of the Diamondback lineup, first 2 hitters, they've been on base 7 times in 9 at-bats.
Yeah. Here's Inciarte. No balls in 1 strike. Doubleheader tomorrow. Niners, Giants.
Yeah, it's times like this you have to remind yourself that there were times like those.
I still don't buy the odd year stuff, by the way.
You don't?
No, I don't. Because I think I think 2017 is going to be unbelievable.
Well, I hope you're right. One thing the Giants have never done, they've never won a World Series in San Francisco. So that's something they have to do.
And on that note, Inciarte strikes out. Bird's going to lead things off. MLB.TV Premium. It is the #1 live streaming sports service. College students, you're going to get a 35% discount. Blackouts and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV and do it today. Five nothing. D-backs. That's the bad news. The good news is it's a beautiful day. Other good news is there's a game tomorrow.
Well, that's part about baseball.
Other good news is Bob Brenly came into the booth before the game, and we laughed hard 15 times.
Yeah, that was fun. Well, you set it up. My partner today, there's Bob Brenly.
He's the best.
Yeah, that's the best catcher I ever threw to right there. He was fun to play with.
Bird out of play.
But you had an idea about hanging some bats in our broadcast booth, and you went ahead with the plan. You got them hooked up, and today you brought in 8 bats, and one of which was Bob Brenly's. And he came in, and that set off the conversation.
You can see the bat rack right there, right behind us. Mike's, the dark one is that was Mike's, one of Mike's bats. Now they're not new. I mean, they're over 25 years old, but they're not broken.
Well, there's a Jack Clark and a Bob Brenly and a Chili Davis, Dave Kingman, Boog Powell,
Bobby Bonds.
Bobby Bonds' bat is the one on the far end, and I wish everybody could feel how big that bat is.
Yeah,
there's nobody in the game even remotely close to swinging a bat like what Bobby Bonds used to swing.
I think there's a 37 on the knob, and that means inches.
37-inch bat, and he got down on the handle with that thing.
But what I tried to do as a player is that, look, I didn't really care about bats from other teams, so I said I'd like a bat from every guy that I played with. You know, that it was hard for me to start getting pitchers' bats, but I got one of yours. So they're up in the attic, and I said, you know, I'm going to bring some of these down and hang them up. And they're actually put in a rack where you can pull them out, and you can actually feel them. Well, it's probably not a good idea to swing them in the booth, but you can feel them.
Well, it was a hit. Bob Brenly went through the whole rack.
Well, he was upset because it looked like a good bat that had some hard wood in it.
Yeah, well, there's the Willie Mack Award winners. Chance will be announcing the 2015 Willie Mack Award winner next homestand. Bob Brenly, he's a winner of the Willie Mack Award.
I never voted for B. I always voted for you.
Yeah.
There's Crawford, who swings and misses.
There's Willie McCovey. And he's always there when they give out the Willie Mack Award, and he has a whole lot to say about it. And it really is an honor for any player that is lucky enough to win that award.
Inside to Crawford, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Brandon Crawford would be a good recipient for that award this year.
Do it this year, absolutely. Down low. It's the log that Bobby Bonds swung right there.
He could swing it too. I mean, his hand strength was just phenomenal. What an athlete.
Yeah, he was one of those guys, if you shook his hand, you better get it in there. Crawford takes, well, they're going to say Crawford went around 2-2.
Had a chance to play golf a few times with Bobby, and it was fun because when he would hit a driver, it had a different sound. We always talk about how guys' batting practice is different. I mean, they say that on the PGA Tour a lot, but Bobby Bonds had, and this is when he was in his 50s.
Crawford strikes out. That's going to end the inning. We will head to the 8th. It remains 5-0 D-backs. highlights, reaction, analysis. It is all coming up right after the game. It's 5-0 D-backs on this sweaty Saturday afternoon. Attendance today, 41,206. Well, why is that significant? Well, there you go.
400th consecutive sellout. And that's regular season games that comprise that number. I think the record's in the 800s. The Boston Red Sox have that. But 400, folks, what a run we've had here in San Francisco. Thank you very much. The streak started back in 2010 against the Padres. Giants trying to clinch out to qualify for the playoffs, which they did.
On the ground, Tomlinson will throw out Goldschmidt. You remember, you're right, the Giants lost on that Friday night to the Padres. All right, well, we'll clinch on Saturday. Lost on Saturday, and then they had to win on Sunday. Otherwise, they would have had to play a tiebreaker on Monday.
Jonathan Sanchez.
So anyway, the streak started that Friday night.
Began the celebration. Here we are 400 consecutive days later. Still selling out. That's just a wonderful run.
Hey, look. Hats off to the marketing department. You put together these different days. You have good teams and good players to watch. It's all part of the deal. I personally don't like to see the sellouts because it hurts our TV ratings.
He's just kidding.
Kind of. 2 balls and no strikes to Peralta. There's a strike. Two and two.
Right back across the letters at 92. You think about all the moments that have happened since that October. 3 World Championships, perfect games, no hitters. Some amazing things have happened.
And that's fouled down the left field line. And you look up and down the Giants roster, and how many of those guys on that 2010 roster in October are still here? A good fair share amount, especially in the bullpen.
Now the big 4 down there. Casilla, Javi Lopez, Sergio Romo, Jeremy Affeldt. All 4 have been part of those bullpens that have won championships in 2010, 12, and 14.
Center field, Pagan coming in, and he'll back off. So Peralta with his 3rd hit, another single. And that'll bring up Saltalamacchia. Mike Broadway heads down to the bullpen. Is that Bruce Bochy's son, Brett?
It is Brett Bochy.
Outside to Saltalamacchia. And of course the one constant on the other end, the offensive end, is Buster Posey. He's seen some guys come and go. That's into the gap, and nobody's going to get it. Peralta can run a little bit, so he is going to score. And into second base with a double is Saltalamacchia, and it's 6-0. First extra base hit for the D-backs. And that'll bring up Phil Goslin.
Let's take a look at the path of Peralta. He's got good speed, but about coming down the line here, gets a little hitch in his get along. September is a month where you see guys, and they push themselves hard for 5.5 months, and all of a sudden they can go no more. You look at, there's not a publicized disabled list a lot of the times because you don't need to do it. You've been able to expand your roster September 1st, and teams have larger entourages that travel, and if a guy goes down, you don't often hear about it, but it happens all across baseball.
So Brett Bochy is going to come in. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
At pregame live at 12:30, you'll see it right here on CSN Bay Area. Plus complete pre and post game coverage. And Giants insider Alex Pavlovich, as always, on CSNBayArea.com. The home of authentic Giants fans is right here, CSN. Tomorrow it's going to be Tim Hudson, the right-hander, taking on Jeremy Hellickson of the right-hander.
So Phil Goslin is going to face Brett Bochy with 1 out, a run in, 16 hits for the D-backs. Goslin's got one of those 16. First pitch is wide, 1 ball and no strikes.
For Brett Bochy, you're going to see a high 80s fastball. He'll sink and cut. He's got a slider and a changeup.
One ball and no strikes. It really seems like the D-backs have had runners on base the whole afternoon. In the center field, right at Pagan. And that'll bring up Jake Lamb. But a lot of stretch time for all of the Giants pitchers today.
Well, meanwhile, out of the Cove, whoa!
I saw Kevin Skillings do that in spring training 1986.
Yeah?
Yeah, at the old Sheridan Plaza. Remember the Sheridan?
I do. It was a good place.
Yeah. And I think after that one dive by Kevin, the Giants never went back. They asked us to leave.
That was it.
Pitch is wide, 1 ball and no strikes. Bochy looks to second. Out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kevin Skillings is our director of our Jumbotron. There's Kevin.
Kevin? Yeah.
He does the half gainer.
He could do a cannonball better than anybody.
Cannonball coming at you.
They didn't call him King Cannonball for nothing. Here's King Cannonball. Do it, Kevin. Atta baby.
Nice.
I'm not going to tell you who. Well, I will tell you who was right behind him in the cannonball race.
Who?
And that was Corey Bush, our boss.
Really?
Yes. Corey was also King Cannonball. Bill Mandel was part of that cannonball group.
Yeah, we owe Corey.
Mike Shapiro was too much of a skinny little guy to be part of the cannonball. That goes to the backstop. Be a wild pitch. So our boss did a cannonball. You think we might see that now?
I think if you're a boss, you want instant credibility with your workers. Break out the cannonball.
3 balls and 1 strike. Might be something that we can look forward to from Ted Griggs and Larry Baird next spring. What do you think?
Oh yeah, they got a cannonball in them. Not a doubt in my mind.
Oh, hey, we also work for Lee Hammer.
I would pay to see that cannonball.
Here's Chris Owings.
But isn't that the first dive you ever learned as a kid?
Absolutely.
Cannonball?
Make the big splash, get all the adults wet. Let them have their clothes on by the pool. That's what you do.
That's the goal.
Or when you get more like 14 or 15, you do that to the prettiest girl in the pool, right?
Figure 4, pile, cannonball.
There's a strike, nothing in 2.
Yeah, you're right. Or your sister.
Yeah, well, that's a fact. Oh, and 2.
See, the prettiest girl, she has to act like, it's fun. Your sister, she doesn't. The reactions are always better.
What inning are we in? 8th.
Atta bib.
1 ball and 2 strikes. And that'll end the inning. The Cannonball. King Cannonball, Kevin. 6-0 D-backs.
coverage every single night and the home of the official pre and post game shows of the team. Sunday to Sunday, the home of the authentic 49ers fan is right here on CSN.
So we have a couple of changes. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and small experts. There's David Hernandez.
35th time that he has come in. Hernandez 1-4 with a 4.30 ERA, 3-1 strikeout walk ratio. Good stuff. And you're going to see mid to high 90s with the fastball, hard curveball, and a changeup.
Ahmed is now Nick Ahmed is at short. Moving over from short to second is Owens. And here's Trevor Brown, who swings and hits a high fly ball to right. So it's Inciarte who's there, and he'll make the catch. Doug and Janitor watching son Trevor Brown in his major league debut. In all honesty, they don't look that stressed.
They don't. It's a day they'll never forget. See their son trot out for the first time as a big leaguer. That's a pretty good day.
A big leaguer. A big leaguer. Here's Jared Parker. Parker takes a strike.
.23 home runs this year for the River Cats up in Sacramento.
He shoots it up the middle for a base hit. He's a pinch hitting machine.
He hasn't had a bad at bat.
He's not. I mean, his at bats pinch hitting have been better than when he's in the lineup.
A pretty good pitch to do something with out over the middle of the plate, going right back up the middle.
So here's Pagan. Pagan is 1 for 3. And Pagan takes a strike at the knees. They like pitching at AT&T Park, these D-back pitchers.
Well, they came into this game, the D-backs 7-1 this year at AT&T, and you see why. The pitching that they've thrown at the Giants have been unbelievable.
And Pagan lifts this one high and foul and out of play. Parker with his lead. Down low, 1-2. Good take by Angel Pagan.
There's a Pagan fan. Guy looks like he could be a player.
He does. Tap foul. One ball, 2 strikes. Tomlinson on deck. And Pagan rolls it foul.
Heads up.
Giants trying to keep the line moving here. See if they can get something going with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Not close, 2-2. Day off Monday, 3 games in San Diego, 3 games in Oakland next weekend. Foul back. I don't know, starting about Monday, I think, is when we start trash talking with my brother Glenn.
Your brother Glenn, who is a broadcaster with the A's.
Yeah, so we'll start on Monday.
Oh, I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nope. Tried to backdoor him 3-2.
Just a bit high.
The A's beat Houston last night. Houston right now is better be careful.
Yeah, they've lost 5 in a row.
Minnesota's on their tail. Cleveland's on their tail. We forgot about the Indians for a long time. Three-two pitch. Foul back. So the wild card in the American League. Is close. Uh-oh. Souvenir? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Parker with his lead, and Pagan pops it up into left center field. So moving over is Peralta, who will make the catch. 2 outs, and that'll bring up Tomlinson.
Well, you're right about the wild card in the American League. I mean, right now, if the season ended today, the Yankees would be the host wild card team. They would host the Houston Astros, but right on their heels, the Angels, they're a game and a half back. Minnesota, they're a game and a half back. Cleveland's 3 games back.
And that's coming into today.
That's coming in. Well, the Angels already played Minnesota. They won that game, so that's including their victory today. So it got a little tighter.
Oh, and 1 to Tomlinson. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Cleveland will host the White Sox tonight. Well, lots going on in the world of baseball. Best time of year if you're a baseball fan.
Yep. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, I just love day games this time of year because the shadows just get darker and they get longer and the light is different. As we mentioned, one more day of summer, then come Monday, autumn.
Duffy's on deck. So, on the left arm, Tomlinson gets hit. And here's Duffy.
So Mike Harkey, the pitching coach for the Diamondbacks, is going to come out and say, I think you're overthrowing the ball. In the meantime, they will get a little more activity going down in the D-backs bullpen.
Well, this is the only way the Giants get back into this game, by putting some people on and then knock one out of the park.
Well, you knock one out of the park right here, and guess what? Things change in the Giants dugout. They need a bolt of lightning.
So Duffy is 1 for 3. One ball and no strikes.
It's been the bounce back year for David Hernandez, who had Tommy John surgery. Takes a while.
Yes, it does. 2-0. Foul back. So Duffy with a swing at a pitch out over the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And Hernandez not really trying to do too much, just trying to power through the outside part of the strike zone. There's Tom Duffy, Matt Duffy's dad. Just wrapping it around the outside corner. It's definitely one Hernandez wants, but if it gets called a strike, it's definitely a pitcher strike.
High into right center field. And Pollock will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Giants strand a pair. We will head to the 9th. It remains 6-0 D-backs. Sportsnet Bay Area. D-backs Giants reaction analysis. You get a preview from Pittsburgh, the Niners and the Steelers, and NCAA college football highlights. 6-0 D-backs.
New pitcher now for the Giants will be Mike Broadway. 16th game that he has come into for the 2015 campaign. 12 strikeouts against 6 walks and 13 1/3. Hard thrower, mid to high 90s. Got a hard slider and a changeup.
And facing Nick Ahmed, and he hits one out to right. And Bird is there, and he makes the catch. So
Jared Parker in the game in left field. Angel Pagan out, and Juan Perez moves over to center.
So here's A.J. Pollock, who's been on base 4 times. 2 singles, 2 walks. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Parker coming in, and he trapped it. So it'll be the 5th time Pollock has been aboard.
Pretty nice play from Jared Parker. I mean, he committed to dive on this ball. And once you do that, you have to make sure that if you can't get it, you've got to keep it in front of you. With Pollock's speed, I mean, a ball that gets by Parker, you never know what's going to happen. He's going to get at least 3 out of it, maybe more. Plus, getting a few grass stains on your uni, that's good.
It is. It's a good sign. So here's Inciarte. He's been on base 3 times with 3 singles. And he takes a strike at 95. And the 0-1 is a breaking ball for a strike. Good pitch.
Yeah, you get that batter's box against Broadway, you're not thinking breaking balls. Now with 2 strikes, you defend. But he just throws too hard to look for anything else but a fastball.
And a little cue shot foul. And it's 0-2. There's a nice play. Way to go, Cheryl.
Cheryl Boykins.
The form on that ground ball was excellent.
She waited a long time for that. Had a bit.
Excellent form. So it's 0-2 to Inciarte. Hit into left center field, but Parker's there. He'll make the catch. And here's Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt had a base hit in his first at bat. Since then, he's bounced out, struck out, walked, and bounced out. Outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Goldschmidt tried to check his swing. I guess he did. 2-0.
Stand next to Mike Broadway. He's a big fella.
He is a big guy. There's a strike.
He's built for speed. I mean, you stand next to him, you think this guy could throw a strawberry through a brick wall just by the way he's built, and he just about can.
Crawford on 1 hop spins, got him. Nice play, side retired. Nice to have him back. Posey, Bird, Perez coming up.
Good pitcher now for the Diamondbacks will be the right-hander Josh Coleminter. 40th time he's come into a game. 4-6 with a 3.75 ERA. He was their opening day starter, and it didn't fare well for him in the rotation. He came back to the bullpen. Really an invaluable arm because he is so durable and he can pitch in any role. You're not going to see a lot of speed with Coleminter. His 85-mile-an-hour fastball average, and then he's got a great changeup, little cutter, and a breaking ball, but from the very deceptive right over the top. And he's the only guy in the big leagues with a release like he has. And he's always done well against the Giants.
So here's Buster Posey. Buster 0 for 3 this afternoon as he takes a pitch inside for a ball. One ball and one strike. Swinging a base hit into center field.
That's a grinding at bat right there. And that's just a guy that doesn't phone a thing in. He plays them out, man.
So here's Marlon Byrd. He, like Posey, coming into this at bat 0 for 3. Coleminter to Byrd. Inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. On deck is Juan Perez and then Brandon Crawford. We are in the ninth. Byrd, tapper out in front of home plate. Saltalamacchia will hustle and throw out Byrd. Posey to second. So here's Perez. Perez had a base hit in the second. Since then he's bounced out and he struck out. Had a good rip and he fouls it back. MLS Soccer, the Earthquakes against New York City FC is airing right now on Comcast Sportsnet Plus, which can be found on Comcast channels 780, 104, Dish 9514 and 444. DirecTV at 696-1, AT&T channel 1771 and 771. If you can't find Comcast Sportsnet Plus, log on to csnbayarea.com or call your local cable provider.
Well done.
One ball and one strike. It's high, 2-1. Crawford to follow. Ooh, 3-1.
So a little count leverage here. Crawford on deck, sitting on 19 home runs on the year.
Hit on the ground. And Lamb will throw out Perez. Posey stays at second, 2 down.
Crawford also sitting on 77 RBIs. And he's got an opportunity here.
So here's Crawford today. He singled in the second. Since then he's bunted for an out and struck out in the seventh. He takes down low. Tim Hudson tomorrow for the Giants.
Rally cap.
Outside to Crawford.
I think you got to start thinking about breaking out the rally caps a little bit earlier. Giants just trying to break up a scoreless streak.
You mean first inning?
Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, why not? Diamondbacks pitching has been unbelievable in this series. Giants have not scored a run.
Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. Crawford fouls it back. He had a good swing. So it's 2-2 to Brandon Crawford. Fouled out of play.
Well, you say to a big league hitter, I bet I could jam you with an 86-mile-an-hour fastball and they would laugh at you. But when you're taking your at-bats off Josh Colemanter with his release point and the way he gets rid of the ball, it happens. It just happened.
Low to Crawford. It's 3-2.
I mean, we made the statement that there's nobody like Colemanter in the game today, but I can't ever remember anybody, at least since we've been watching big league baseball
or played,
and that goes back 40 years. And I mean, he's just unique.
And Crawford strikes out, and that's the ball game. So the Giants, for the second game in a row, get shut out, and this one was all Arizona as they started out hitting the ball in the first, and they never stopped. They had 17 hits and 1 extra base hit, and Mike, this is a disappointing loss, but now you got to think about tomorrow.
Well, you're right. I mean, you can't dwell on it, and you really do tip your cap to the type of pitching that the Giants have seen in this series with the Diamondbacks. They have been outstanding, and Patrick Corbin today, he was really good.
Final score, Arizona 6, Giants nothing. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. East Giants postgame live with interviews on the wrap starts right now.